Here it is, boys and girls. It's the final day of the Serie A season. We already know about the champion, that is Internazionale. We already know about the teams that are going down. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But of course, all eyes are on the Champions League spots. Folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at match number 38 out in Serie A, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button and get your bang out today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Serie A related. Whoa, football, we're going to know here. Under one Ruski, that's right, of course. All eyes on the Champions League spots. I've got 4 teams, I think, competing for 3 spots. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get disgusting. It's going to be, of course, beautiful. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Of course, a big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. The Patreons. Thank you for your continued support this whole season, boys and girls. I really appreciate it, and hopefully next season I am going to step up the grade for the Patreon, of course, make it worth much more your while. So make sure you check that out. Again, if you are interested in joining those illustrious band of men and women, check those links out. Patreon.com/Roverseas. But anyway, let's get cracking and get into it. Of course, the final Serie A game of the season. Let's go, of course, recap the midweek games. Not midweek games, it was last weekend's games, wasn't it? There was one midweek game. Anyway, Genoa up against Atalanta. 7-goal thriller going in favour of Atalanta. Duvan Zapata, Ruslan Maliovsky, Robin Guzmans and Mario Pasalac on the score sheet, giving Atalanta the win. Shmodov Pandev on the score sheet. Shmodov got a couple of goals there for Genoa, but they're safe as houses. 3-0 win for me for Atalanta, 4-3 in the end. Spezia against Torino was a 4-1 win for Spezia. I believe they're going to be back next season. Yes, they are. So fair play to them. Ricardo Sabonona, Mbella Anzola, the brace, and Martin Edic on the score sheet as well. Andrea Bellatelli on the score sheet for Torino in a 4-1 win. Juventus did beat Internazionale. They give themselves a little bit of hope. Maybe I did say that they need to get Champions League football. Ronaldo on the score sheet. Cuacadoro with a brace. Rodrigo Bentancur got himself sent off. Lukaku and Cellini, big fat OG, giving Internazionale some hope. Mario Brozovic got himself sent off as well in an action-packed game, to be fair. And it wasn't until the 80th minute for a winner as well. So yeah, 3-2 in the end for Juventus. Meanwhile, Roma, of course, showing Mourinho what it's all about. Henrik Mkhitaryan and Pedro on the score sheet with Francesco Acerbi get himself sent off for Lazio. Meanwhile, Fiorentina did lose to Napoli to give Napoli a big old boost for their Champions League spots. Lorenzo Insigne, Lorenzo Ventuni with big fat OG. Patrimargi Drafskowski got himself sent off for Fiorentina to make it matters worse. Benevento against Crotone, they couldn't be separated. Could they 1-1 draw in the end? Gianluca Lapadula on the score sheet with Simi as well, getting the goal for Crotone. Vladimir Gulic get himself sent off for Crotone. Meanwhile, Udinese did lose to Sampdoria. A big win for Fabio Quagliarella and the rest of the gang. Of course, he got the 1-0 goal and a 1-0 win. I went with a 2-2 draw myself. Meanwhile, Sassuolo also did beat Parma 3-1. Manuel Locatelli, Giorgio Defrel and Jeremy Boroga on the score sheet, giving Sassuolo the win. Bruno Alves also giving Parma a goal, but unfortunately that didn't count for much. I actually got that one bang on the nose as well. AC Milan fluffed their lines with a 0-0 draw against Cagliari. Nothing to report there. Into the other games then, of course, on Monday it was a Verona 2-2 against Bologna. Marco Faroni, Nicolo Kalinic, of course, ex-Rover on the score sheet, Lorenzo Del Silvestre and Rodrigo Palacio on the score sheet, giving Bologna a share of the spoils. And then wrap it up, it was, of course, Lazio against Torino, which also ended up 0-0. So we'll take a look at the table in a minute. Of course, let's take a look at your picks then, shall we? As we, of course, head into this badger. Bish Bash Bosh, you know the deal. Ivan Stringer, you did bits, of course. Debate the Great, not too shabby, of course. Omar Esquivel, well done indeed. Vincent Hong also did poop. Alex Well also did shine. Leo Oliveri also did good. Yannick also did bits. Magic not too shabby, of course. AJ24 also did poop. Yannick Seifert also did okay. Jesus BSC also did great. Gary Charlie, not too bad. He did poop, actually. Roberto C, or Robert C to you and me, did okay. Shadow Ninja, not too shabby either. Hans Wells, not too bad. Shane O'Donnell also did very, very well. Derek M also did great. With an edit. I say, with a bloody edit. With a bloody edit. Of course, those edits will be gone next season, boys and girls. Kevin Tran also did very, very well. Costas K, he did poop, and Ultra also did very, very well indeed. Now, usually, I just want to tell you this now. Usually, you know, I'm a bit of a what's the word? Well, you like specialist. I'm a prediction league specialist, of course. So usually an edit late in the games wouldn't be accepted. But of course, Nadek has got really no hope really in winning this stinky thing. He'll get a bit of honour here today. I don't know if he actually submitted it and then actually edited it, or he just plonked it in and then did a little bit of hokery pokery and changed his scores to make him win, because he won this week by 8. 8 is an impressive scoreline. And if you break it down and you look at his predictions, they look quite fishy. I'm not saying he cheated or anything like that, but I'm just saying I allowed it this week because he's got nothing to play for. He's going to have a little bit of glory for this one day and one day only as we head into the weekend. But yes, next season, those editable options will be gone. Of course, if you don't know, the Prediction League will be changing. It'll become a Google Form sort of way where you just put in your picks, you submit it, and then you are locked in, boys and girls. Then you are locked into goodness. Then you can't go tweaking it. So next year we'll be clamping down on any of that business. You can feel free to put your picks in the bottom, but they will not be counted next season. But of course, Yannick Bossa and Magic Monday and Alex Weller still have, of course, a shot of the apple here. Costas K mathematically does as well, but he needs a miracle. He needs to get them all right and hope for everyone else to get them all wrong above them. So I don't see that happening. I would say realistically it's between Yannick Bossa and Magic Monday, but Alex Weller could prove to be special on this one, and of course make it rain. Of course, the table looks like this. Inter Milan are top, and they'll be top no matter what. Of course, Atalanta are second, and they are in the driving seat, but they've got a sticky wicket, a game match next. Of course, Napoli are also in fourth, and Juventus are in fifth. Now, I'm not gonna deny what I want here. I want Juventus not to be in the Champions League, and I know that we want them in there, the biggest teams to be in there, but of course, one of the old, special whatever teams that break away, blah blah blah. They've got your Ronaldo, and I'd like to see Ronaldo move on. I'd like to see Messi move on. I'd like to see Ronaldo move on. And I think one of them might move on. I don't know. I think Barcelona, they're in a bit of a financial mess. So we'll see about that. That's a story for another day. But of course, if Ronaldo doesn't get Champions League football, he is going to go. He's going to go either Paris Saint-Germain, or he might go to Manchester United. I don't know. But of course, he doesn't want to play no Europa Mickey Mouse League. Or he might do, because he's getting on a bit. He might want to, of course, take it easy. Anyway, let's get cracking with the final day's fixtures of course, Serie A. And we all talked about. We didn't really talk about it. Let's go back a second. Let's go back and have a look at this. What I really want to talk about is the race for the Champions League. Atalanta, Milan, Napoli and Juventus all in with a shot here. So basically, Atalanta could lose, and of course, Juventus could win, and also these other two guys could win, and it could keep Juventus out of it. So that's my hope for this week. And of course, Atalanta and AC Milan do duke it out this week, so that's a big game right there. Anyway, let's take a look at it. Of course, then Crotone up against Fiorentina. Let's jump in the deep end. Of course, played the last 5. 1 for Crotone, 3 wins for Fiorentina, and 1 draw last round. In Crotone was a 2-1 win for Crotone back in October 2017. Ante Budme on the score sheet with Marco Trotta as well on the score sheet, giving Crotone a 2-0 lead. Marco Benassi getting the goal for Fiorentina, but of course they lost. Heading into this, also picture this is in Fiorentina, it was a 2-1 win going in favour of Fiorentina earlier in the campaign. Just 1 win in the past 4 games for Crotone. That was against Verona. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat in the past 6 for Fiorentina. That was against Napoli just the other day. Look at Bookie's odds on this one we have. Oh my goodness, where are your odds? Bookie's odds. What are we looking at? Crotone, they are 30-5 for the victory, 11-10 on is your Fiorentina, 3-1 is your draw. Of course, they broke it up this match day with, of course, 3 games on Saturday and the rest on Sunday, which is a bit weird. But anyway, of course, a win for Fiorentina in 13th. They could actually go as high as 11th. As for their opposition, Crotone, they're actually down and, of course, out. But a win for them, they could close into 18th. And, of course, a win for them will keep them off the bottom, which, of course, is occupied by Parma. 1 away for Crotone that end the season with a bang. Of course, Cagliari up against Genoa. Of course, played to the last 6. 2 was for Cagliari, 3 for Genoa, 1 draw last round. In Cagliari, it was a 3-1 win for Cagliari back in September 2019. Giovanni Simeone on the score sheet and João Pedro as well. Christian Zapata got a big fat OG. Christian Kimura getting a goal for Genoa, but of course they lost. They also, but however, they turned the tide, of course, back in January when they played them at their place. It was a 1-0 win for Genoa this season. Cagliari, though, undefeated in the last 7 matches in Serie A. Genoa scoring at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 matches heading into this. They're scoring goals, however, they've actually just once in the past 4 games. That 1 win was against Bologna. Meanwhile, Cagliari unbeaten in the last 6 games, of course, looking very, very good. Look at the big odds on this one. Cagliari 21-20 for the victory, 11-4 is your Genoa, 12-5 is your draw. Of course, Genoa are 14th right now. Win for them, they could actually go as high as 11th. As for Cagliari, they're actually below Genoa in the table, but a win for them, they could actually go above them and go up as high as 12th in the table. I've gone with the 2-1 for Cagliari to end the season with a strong banger. Meanwhile, another potential strong season could be on the lines. No, it can't really. It's for Sampdoria, taking on, of course, Parma. Played for the last 6, 3 for Sampdoria, 2 for Parma, and 1 draw last round. In Sampdoria, it was a 1-0 win for Parma. Julia Kuka on the score sheet giving Parma the win. However, they also predicted that this season in Parma was a 2-0 win for Sampdoria back in January. Parma have actually lost the last 8 matches in Serie A, conceded at least 2 goals in 16 last 19 matches as well, heading into this absolutely ridiculously horrible form for them. So Sampdoria just 1 defeat the past 4. The 1 defeat was against Internazionale. Look at the bookies odds on this one, 11-4 on. Sorry, scrap that. It's 4-3 on. Is your Sampdoria. 60-5 is your draw. 65 is your away win for Parma. Parma are down, but a win for them, they could actually go above 19th place Crotone and finish at least not bottom. As for Sampdoria, they are 9th. A win for them. They were going to be 9th no matter what. They are the best of the rest, unfortunately. But yeah, not a bad result. As for my team, that's Sampdoria 2-0 win in the end for them to end it with also another bang. Next of all, Internazionale taking, of course, Udinese, the champions. Of course, the players of the last 6, 4 wins for Internazionale, nothing for Udinese, and 2 draws. That's around in Milan was a 1-0 win for Internazionale back in September. September 2019. Stefano Sensi on the goal score sheet. Rodrigo De Paul getting on the goal score, got himself sent off for Udinese. Internazionale, they're winning the last 15 matches in Serie A, scoring at least 2 goals in the last 4 matches as well, heading into this, whereas just 1 win in the past 6 games for Udinese, that was against Benevento, just 1 defeat in the past 6 for Internazionale, that was just the other day. Look at the bookies odds on this one. Internazionale 11-4 on for the victory, 92 is your 61 is your long shots. That's Udinese. Udinese are actually in, where are you? 12th. A win for them, they could actually go as high as 11th. Of course, Internazionale are top and they'll be top no matter what. 3-1 win, end the season with a bang. Torino up against Benevento. Let's get into this one now, shall we? Of course, Benevento are down, Torino are safe. Played each other the last 3. 2 for Torino, nothing for Benevento, and 1 draw. Last round, of course, in Torino was a 3-0 win for Torino back in January 2018. Igalo Falke on the scoresheet with Nibambi Niang and Joel Eby on the scoresheet giving Torino the win. Vid Belic get himself sent off back in 2018. Of course, the picture of this season was a 2-2 draw in Benevento. Benevento, they're failing to win the last 9 matches, conceded at least 2 goals in the last 4 on the road. They come into this year looking very, very bad. As for Torino, not great either. Just 1 win in 6. Look at the bookies odds on this one. Torino coming at you. They are 2017 on for the victory. 3-1 is your draw. 14-5 is your away win. That is Benevento. Benevento are in 18th win for them. They could close in on 17th, but they're going to make it. As for Torino, they're in 17th win for them. They could actually go as high as 13th, depending on the goal swing. I think Torino will nick it with a 2-1 win to end also with a bang. Belotti needs to move, though. He just needs to move. He's better than this. He's better than that. Of course, Bologna up against Juventus. Let's get a look at this then. Of course, place of the last 6 out of 6 for Juventus over Bologna. Of course, including a 2-0 win last round in Bologna back in June 2020 in lockdown. Cristiano Ronaldo and Paulo Dybala on the score with Danilo got himself sent off. However, they also played each other this season in Turin. It was a 2-0 win for Juventus back in January this season. Bologna are failing to win the last 6 matches as well coming in. They're playing them at the right time, really. But of course, Juventus winning 4 of the past 3 games. Sorry, winning 4 of the past 5 games. Of course, they did lose to AC Milan 3-0 a couple of games back. Bologna drawing a lot of games, though, drawing 4 of the past 6, so we can make it look a little spicy. And it is on the road. So Bologna 9-1 for the victories, 4-1 on is your Juventus, and 11-2 is your draw. Juventus are favourites to win this one, and of course would be favourites, of course, when you look at the Atalanta AC Milan game. Anyway, a win for Bologna in, of course, 11th. They could go as high as 10th. And of course, a win for Juventus. They could go from 5th all the way up to 2nd, depending on the goal swing. 2-0 win for Juventus. Could be Champions League football. You just don't know. And speaking of next up, we have Sassuolo up against Lazio. Played each other the last 6. 1 for Sassuolo, 3 for Lazio, 2 draws last round. In Sassuolo was a 2-1 win for Lazio back in November 2019. Ciro Immobile, Filippo Casado, and Francesco Caputo getting the goals for each respective club. Lazio, though, losing the last 3 away matches heading into this. Of course, just 1 win and 4 for them. 1 win against Parma. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat past 6 for Sassuolo, though, against Juventus a couple of games back. Meanwhile, bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? Sassuolo 11-10 on for the victory. 10-3 is your draw. 9-4 is your Lazio. Lazio are in 6th. The win for them, they can close it in on 5th. As for Sassuolo, they're in 8th. A win for them, they can actually go above Roma into 7th, which of course will make a nightmare for Mourinho's first stint. Anyway, we've gone with the draw on this one, which will of course make it a little bit spicy in the end. Atalanta up against AC Milan, of course, the game of the day, really. It's where it all I think Champions League depends on this for everybody, including the big guns as well. Anyway, the picture of the last 6 teams for Atalanta, 1 for AC Milan and 3 draws. Of course, last round in Atalanta was a 5-0 win for Atalanta back in December 2019. Papu Gomez, Joseph Illich with the brace, Luis Muriel and Mario Pasalic on the score sheet, giving Atalanta a 5-0 win. However, they also pictured this season in Milan was a 3-0 win for Atalanta. In fact, you've got to go all the way back to 2019 for AC Milan's last win over Atalanta. Milan, though, scored at least 2 goals in 22 of the last 24 matches. Atalanta, though, have actually won their last 7 home matches heading into this. They look very, very good. Just 1 defeat the past 6 games, though. Of course, Juventus did beat Atalanta in the Coppa Italia just the other day. Of course, Milan, though, undefeated in the last 4 games as well. This will be spicy. Anyway, look at the bookies odds on this one we have AC Milan coming at you. 31-20 for the victory, of course, for Atalanta. 27-24 AC Milan. 60-5 is your draw. Looks like slightly AC Milan are your favourites, of course. AC Milan are in third. A win for them. They could actually go over Atalanta into second. Atalanta are second. They'll be second if they get a win. That's right. 3-2 win for Atalanta. I've gone with them, which of course will open up the gates for Juventus, which of course will open up the gates for Ronaldo to stay. So unfortunately, what I want is not this, but of course this is what I think my brain thinks, not my heart. Go on my brain this time. Anyway, to the final two. Spezia up against Roma, of course, played on the last three. It's been 2 wins for Spezia, 1 for Roma, no draws. Last time around, of course, was this season. They have never played each other, and Spezia, of course, last time around at Roma was a 4-3 win for Roma. Goodness gracious me. Goals galore. Borja Matchday on the score sheet with a couple of goals there. Rick Kodospic, also with Lorenzo Pellegrini as well on the score sheet for Roma. Roberto Piccoli, Diego Farias, and Daniel Verdi. Get the goals for Spezia and 7 goals for going in favour of Roma in Roma last round. Of course, the Roma, though, losing the last 4 away matches heading into this, because at least 2 goals in the last 6 away matches as well heading into this. Just 1 defeat the past 4, 1 defeat was against Internazionale, and just 1 win in 6, though, for Spezia. But of course, they'll be back next season. That's what they really wanted to happen. 50-4 for Spezia, 30-8 on is your Roma, 7-2 is your draw. Of course, Roma are in 7th, and win for them, they can close it in on 6th. As for Spezia, they're in 15th, and win for them, they can actually go up as high as 11th in the table. I think they'll lose this one, though, 2-0 win in favour of Roma to take them 3 points again, give Roma potentially some champions. Was it Europa Conference football? Maybe. We'll see about that. And then finally, Napoli also need to win against Verona to give themselves a Champions League football as well. Gattuso's doing the business this season. Anyway, they played to the last 6. 5 wins for Napoli, 1 win for Verona, no draws. Last time around in Naples was a 2-1 win for Napoli back in October 2019, and Presic Milic with a brace giving Napoli the win. They also played to this season in Verona, so 3-1 win for Verona back in January. Napoli, though, winning 8 of the last 10 matches at home. Verona have actually lost the last 3 away matches as well heading into this. Napoli scoring at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 matches as well heading into this. Napoli looking very good right now. 5 wins in the past 6 games. The only hiccup was a draw against Cagliari. Meanwhile, Verona without a win in 6. So good chance to play for them. And of course, win as well. 5-1 on is your Napoli. Left 30-2 is your draw. 11-1 is your long shots. That's Verona. Verona are actually in 10th. A win for them. They could close in on 9th. As for Napoli, they are 4th. A win for them. They could go 2nd. Oh yes, 2-0 win for Napoli to make it very spicy, boys and girls. And that is it. That is all I've got for you for Serie A this season. Of course, speaking of the winning predictor in the prediction league, we'll do a master video prediction league recap of all the leagues just before the Euros, probably around about the 5th or 6th of June, something like that. So make sure you come back for that to see if you are victorious. And if you are victorious, you need to get a hold of me one way or another. You can probably do the math yourself and say, I won, I did it, here it is. But I'll do a recap anyway for those who don't know. Also, yes, we'll be back next season for Serie A. Of course, we'll have our early picks and all that kind of stuff, and we'll keep an eye on it over the summer as well. And speaking of the summer, I've got Euro 2020 coverage on the channel, so make sure you come back for that. There'll be a new prediction league for that, so get involved as well. And that's it, I think. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate you viewing. Make sure you smash the subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash your Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. But until then, I'm out of here.